and this is an honest review of Godfall. Let's take a look. Alright guys, so this was one of the games that's on sale in the Green Man Gaming Black Friday sale. Picked it up for $13.60, and hopefully the point of this review is for you to know exactly what you're getting into and to hopefully save you $13.60 or potentially $40. Because that's what this game MSRP is at, guys. This game is an absolute abomination, and yeah, it's really bad. So we're gonna get into this. The graphics and the sounds are really nice. It was very taxing on my system with ray tracing on and off. I was hitting about 90 to 100 frames. Now that doesn't sound too bad, except when you take into consideration I have a 3090 running at 4K. There's a lot of particle effects that go into play, and there's a lot of shiny stuff, so the graphics card pretty much just screams for help most of the time. So if you turn that down or turn up the super sampling, it should be good to go. Now, the story. What is the story? Well, to be honest, I actually thought this was a sequel to something, because whenever you come in, the game pretty much just starts blabbering out information as if you should already know what's going on. However, after a few minutes of research, you realize this is just a standalone game. So yeah, so you play as this guy named Oren, and he is this commander of this group of freaks, I guess, and his brother is almost about to become this level of God, I guess, and it's your job to stop him. It's a very just blah kind of story. There's nothing that gets your juices flowing. It's very bland, very above. The way I describe this story and actually progressing through the game is pretty much the entire game is fluff. There's nothing substantial about this game, really. The story is a fetch quest. So you start out and it's hey, go there and then go kill those group of people, and then after you kill them, we can move on to the next spot, or go get these souls, and then once you get these souls, come back here and then we can open up the door. You know, it's stuff like that, but it's like that through, I mean, that's the rhythm of this game. So what is the actual progression? Well, you have your typical perk system, which is just absolute garbage. The way that they do it is, now there's a shit ton, and within each perk, there's sub-levels that you can level up with. So when you level up, you get 1 perk point, you put in the perk with however it is. Now, the way that you unlock the perks, it's a dependency sort of system, like how it was in Tomb Raider. I think it's garbage. I wish you could just say, you know what, I want that perk, and I want to go into that, instead of saying, well, I've got to buy, more might, and then I've got to buy more faith first, and then I'll be able to unlock rage mode or something like that. Yeah, it's just... It's bullshit, guys. The weapon leveling up, so there's a crafting system where you can use supplies and resources that you get out in the field to rank up your weapons. I actually like the way that they do this. However, the amount of loot you get in this game is stupid. Everything drops loot, and then sometimes I swear the loot drops loot. It's insane. So it's nice that the weapon leveling up is there, but it feels kind of pointless because you probably can just go do a level and then you'll just get something better. Now, the combat. This is what this is focused on, right? This entire game is focused on combat, and it's fucking shite, guys. It's absolutely garbage. Now, it's designed, obviously, for a controller. You can feel it. It's very clunky. It's very just spam, left click, right click, left click, right click. Wow, I just had a moment there. And then, every once in a while you get to use your abilities. You actually get to use your abilities relatively often, but it's still just, it's just Spam-A-Lot. Sir Spam-A-Lot comes in and just annihilates, and they mask all of the game, right? They mask this game under the pretense that, oh, it's gorgeous, wow, look at it, oh, isn't it so pretty, isn't it cool how he just flips over there and does a 360 and just fucking annihilates everyone, wow, look at him go. I mean, hey, let's cut through the bullshit. It's fucking stupid. It's bland, it's boring, and out of PC games, I want a lot more than just bullshit. Yeah, I mean, it's garbage. With combat, inevitably comes death. Here's the thing. The death in this game, it's so stupid. It's actually pointless. I mean, it's actually pointless. This was me fighting the first boss, like the first main boss. Because what happens is your brother, he has all of his lieutenants spread out across these worlds. Okay, and then you need to kill his lieutenants in order to get access to him. So I'm thinking, well, shit, this is gonna be like, it's gonna go down, you know what I mean? Like, this is like my first real challenge. Until I realized that you can just die, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, you might lose like your ultimate power bar, and they might gain their health back because their health is split up into 3 chunks. So if you cut through one chunk, that chunk won't come back. But let's say you got halfway through the second one, if you died, that halfway would come back, you know? But it's like, dude, you guys know, it's fucking bullshit. So yeah, death is pretty much, I mean, you might as well just be invincible. So the world itself, what is the world like? It's very much like Destiny in regards to when you go to do a mission and you're walking through the world. There's just hordes of enemies at one area. So you'll walk. Oh, there's a horde of enemies and they look like they're just there. Now the enemies are very aggressive once they see you. Sometimes the enemies are just sort of just standing there. And then once you sneeze on them, they know you're there. The AI is very hit or miss. I mean, it's definitely nothing special. It's very just sort of, it's thoughtless. It just seems enemy there, enemy there, enemy there. There's a turn there, turn there, turn there, enemy clump, enemy clump, enemy clump. It's just, it's so mediocre. And, you know, I'm not saying this as an insult, but if you're playing on console, it's kind of around the realm. I mean, this is even a downgrade for console. This came out on PS5 first, I think, before it came to PC. But it's just, it's just gross. It's very uninspiring. I mean, I was ready to quit after like an hour. I got more than an hour just so I can make sure I got this review as accurate as I could, but yeah, it's just bland. The side missions are absolutely abysmal. They're so garbage. There is this one side area that you can go to. Okay, so after you kill a boss, their spirit still gets stored, and so it goes into the spirit realm. You can go to the spirit realm, and now this is the best part of the game. Okay, you have this ability even outside of the spirit realm where you can go like into the vision sight or the spirit sight or something like that. When you are in the spirit realm, though, there are certain enemies that you can only interact with in the spirit realm, and other enemies you can only interact with in the earthly realm. So you'll be in a fight and you'll swing through, you'll be able to see them, but you can't deal damage to them unless you flip to the spirit realm. Now, this mechanic was really cool, especially when you're fighting mini bosses and bosses, because you would be trying to focus on the boss, but he would have minions that would, you know, just be being annoying, just being minions. But you're like, well, shit, you know, like I need to get rid of these minions so I can focus on the boss. But then so you flip, you know, you flip realms. Let's say they're in the earth realm and you're in the spirit realm. You flip to the earth realm. You start dealing damage on them, but then you can't deal damage to the boss. So then you got to flip quick. And the transitions are very nice. They're very smooth. It feels really good. Honestly, that's the best part of the game. It's just that mechanic, being able to flip back and forth. It's sort of like in Dishonored 2, how whenever you have the little reflection mirror and you could go and warp in between the worlds. It's that level of coolness, you know. So that was really nice, guys. Besides that, it's really just gosh, hey, listen to me. Save your money. Go buy something else. The fact that this game is $40 MSRP is an absolute disgrace. And you know what the problem is? The fact that they felt comfortable enough to release this for $40, okay, that they felt comfortable enough that people would buy this is a big issue. And you know what? It's not the developer's fault. It's the gamers or the self-proclaimed gamers who say, yeah, you know what? That's worth. And they're not refunding their games. And they're still buying them. They're buying them, and the developer's saying, well, you know what? If they're going to buy them, if they're going to give us 10 out of 10, which, by the way, I'm going to add, before I did this review, I looked at a lot of other reviews, and a lot of them are slagging it off. I wish they would put more emphasis on the impact that this does. You don't understand. When we buy into this stuff, everyone else is sort of watching the environment. And if another developer says, you know what? They got away with it. Let me try it. And then they get away with it. Then someone else is going to look at them and be like, well, they got away with it. Let me try it. And what happens is the standard keeps dropping and dropping. And that's where we've come to. Guys, this is $40 MSRP. This is AAA range. And you know what? They've mimicked about the same level of effort that they put in this game is the same that they put into the AAA games. And what happens is they look at the AAA games and say, well, shit, they were able to get away with it. Well, why don't we? You see, we need to up the standard because otherwise we're going to keep dishing out shit like this. You see, if someone handed you a piece of toilet paper and it had their fecal matter all over it, and you needed a piece of toilet paper to wipe your ass, and they said, here you go, I've got one, you would have one of two reactions. You would say, no, that's disgusting, and you would probably, like, push them away, or you would laugh at them and say, oh, you're joking, right? But for some reason, when it comes to games, we don't do that. And I don't understand why. I don't understand. With this, our entire environment is just polluted with this garbage, and it needs to stop. Games like this are the reason why we're in the state that we're in. So should you buy this game? No, you shouldn't. You should not buy this game. What a fucking question. Should you buy this game? I don't know. Should I wipe my ass with a cactus with fucking scorpions all over it? Yeah, probably not. So there you go, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.